On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we are back on the 65 Ford F100 to put in a brand new gas tank and a brand new radiator and remove the transmission cooler. Well, we've got one that's built into the radiator. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Chair Go, and today we are here with the truck. Like I said, the radiator is draining down right now, as you can see. Yeah, you can hear that it's draining into the bucket below the truck. And in the last episode, you saw that the fan shroud broke. It had been broken. It had been repaired over the years and everything like that right there. And that chunk came out of it. The fan kicked it into the radiator and poked a hole in it immediately. So that was the end of this radiator. This radiator had been repaired years ago. You can see that all been soldered or brazed back together. These brackets over there, and the fins aren't great.
I think it was kind of time though. You can see
it's
starting to weep a little bit along the tank here.
And there's no doubt the seals in the cap were trash. And I mean, it was old, very, very old.
Just a good upgrade.
Yep. So not only is it a good upgrade, we are upgrading way up. Josh and I made a run to LMC Truck and we picked up a bunch of parts. Check it out. This is the gas can, a 435005, and we haven't seen any of this yet. We just assume that it's all correct.
You knifed it up? I know you are.
Got my knife. And that should be the performance radiator. This was the upgrade.
Is it aluminum?
It is aluminum. I know it doesn't look right in the truck, but it was the big upgrade. This thing looks like it. I mean, I think it's in a perfect fit. I think it's an exact fit. I'm pretty happy about it.
It's gonna be a show truck.
It is gonna be a show truck after this thing goes in it.
No more farm use for this
guy. Look at that. I wasn't trying to go race car, but maybe we did.
That's cool.
That's nice. It should cool this thing. And it's supposed to be the rear flange as well, which is what this is. As you can see, this radiator, the bolts are right there. So if everything's right, this thing bolts in directly and we don't have to make any changes. And it already has hose barbs for the transcooler, so it's ready to go. And it takes this transcooler out.
It's like a 3-row looking down inside there?
It is a 3-row too.
Triple pass, it's got to be like a 2-inch thick core.
Yep. It was way more cooling capacity than the old radiator. So, not that it needs it. It's not like it ever makes a bunch of heat or gets hot.
It gets hot driving a Dairy Queen. Yeah. Do it in the summertime.
Yeah, you're right. It is hot outside, and this is going to be cool, though. I'm very excited for this radiator.
Well, let's not stop there.
Nope. So, not only did we get a new radiator, we got a new fan shroud, and this is a different fan shroud. I got rid of this thing. There's like 3 different options for fan shrouds for this truck. I don't like that one because it doesn't really fit at all. It had been modified extensively in the past for the air conditioning. Somebody came in here and cut a big slot out of it, and it still almost touches the pulleys. So we shortened it up by...
It's like super tape.
That was supposed to be tug of war.
Jeez.
Didn't work out at all. Yes. This is a fan shroud that fits. Check that out.
Very molded, very ABS.
Yep, it should bolt right on. I hope this fits because they're all different sizes and I just grabbed whatever. Yeah, it'll work.
Looks like you did good.
Oh man, that is fancy. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we gotta get this box out of here. That's much better. Brand new. Has a pickup tube in it and everything? Oh yeah, I love it. Well, that makes our lives like 100 times easier. Let's get this thing, let's get all these boxes out of our way and start installing. And speaking of cool new toys, look at that. A brand new cinder in stainless steel, and it's got a brass float, so it's better than the old cork style ones. I'm test fitting this right now because we have to figure out where we're putting our return for the fuel system. So the cinder is pretty easy. Just go like that and go like that. So I think that puts that float all the way over here. I'm gonna put my return right here. You know what? I might move the return a little towards the front. I think the return's actually gonna end up going like right here because I don't want the hose for that hitting the cinder. That way it all can travel freely. Here's what I'm talking about with the return. That will drop down into the tank and it will bolt on right there. Okay, I did a little precision eyeballing. I test fit the cinder and the NOS nuts right there. These are the NOS Sniper. Yeah, man, the NOS hardware. It's actually just what Holley sends you with the master kit. So I'm gonna drill a hole right there and I'll make sure it fits that fitting. It'll go in there and it has some special O-ringed washers and that should knock this right out.
Fuel tank for failure.
You got a whole lot to do with that transcooler up there.
Oh, yeah.
Test fit, no go. Test fit, still no go. Here we have some 9/16 Ducati seals from Earl's. They come in the master kit as well. So you can get this bag open here and start assembling. So a lot of this is gonna be really fun, nearly acrobatic. So one seal should go on this side, one seal should go on this side.
Are you done yet?
I'm not done yet. Crank this thing down until it stops, and then I'll have to get something inside here. I'm not quite sure what yet, to hold that nut while we tighten down the fitting. Here goes our return stand down, basically. Should keep the fuel from foaming as much. The tricky part is going to be tightening this down inside the tank line.
Sorry to interrupt.
You did do a thing. I like it.
A little hole down there.
Yeah, there it is.
Is there?
It looks like a gigantic hole that's been leaking like crazy right there. Yeah.
I think what we did was down here in the other corner, though.
Was it? Oh, there's another one right there.
I feel
maybe.
like it was.
Yeah, that one looks like a hole. There's some brazing over there. Man, that radiator lived a rough life.
It was time.
Yeah, it's been
The
repaired.
whole tank's been leaking up here.
Yeah, it's been repaired a bunch. And now we have our return completely installed. I was able to get this 11/16 just inside the hole right there. Look at that. I'm super glad we put that return right there because everything worked out. Now I just have to thread the needle and put the cinder back in, which will be fun. Let me go get the cinder gasket. We've got boxes, well, bags of other stuff from LMC, new gasket, the new rubber hose, a gas cap, everything that needs to go in here, all brand new. Sending unit gasket. All new screws for the sending unit. I just wanted to make sure this was easy and we didn't have to worry about parts once we got this thing apart, so just got it all. Well, this went together very neatly. And all we gotta do is shove the whole tank in, complete assembly, and hook our lines up. These don't need to be crazy tight or anything. And we also went to the rubber gasket instead of the cork gasket. Should keep it from venting fumes into the cabin. Ooh, that new radiator. Check that out. That new fan shroud fits perfectly. The fan is flush with it. I feel like that's way, way, way better. Had to do a little design in my head before we put all this on the truck in real life. Luckily, it seems like it worked, and we should have a new radiator cap right here, and we need a hose for the overflow. Ruined it.
It's all right, I sent it back. Defected from the factory.
Happens every time. All right, that looks nicer. It might be a little brittle on the end, but it fits perfectly onto the actual fitting. I wouldn't even take any off.
No? Okay. Okay.
I like it. Oh man.
It's that Mishimoto drift spec.
Drift spec.
It's ready to rock, man.
Mishimoto. There's the old trans cooler. So happy that is out of there. That makes a big difference in the engine bay. If you look over here, it's really, really clean now. And if you had to change the alternator, it'd be way easier.
Yeah. That pulley, I think, was occasionally making contact with that cooler.
Oh, I bet it was.
If you look, it's pretty wet in that area.
Yep.
I think it's just been weeping a little bit.
And here's the filler neck. And this thing was cracking out and had paint on it from when the truck had been painted. Brand new gasket. On the rolls.
Yeah, we gotta get back on that.
Yeah, it's about rolls time. Wow, that is about 1,000 times better. Oh, and it's flexible and it shouldn't make any noise. That's awesome. That's a big upgrade right there.
Lift with your back.
I am.
Use your back. Uh-oh. More angle.
Got it. Okay. Hold on. New grip. Okay.
Kung Fu grip.
Got a new grip. Everybody want Kung Fu fighting. Nailed it. All right, we got some bolts and that tank is in. That's very tight.
We don't want it coming out while you're driving.
Well, that's true. As you can see, we have a very pretty new tank in here. It looks like this thing needs to come out. And I do have to work that back into there a little better. I think that needs bent a little bit. And then our cinder, we gotta get that off of there. Ground the cinder, which is simple. Just goes like that. I say it like it's easy and then it doesn't go on. And then that can just go away. And it has one of those old school push fasteners, of course. And that should give us a fuel level.
Boom.
Sweet. All right, we worked on this a little bit longer. There's still a lower radiator hose I gotta run and pick up. And I've got the regulator back off and I got the gauge off the regulator and I'm getting ready to mount that guy. But I need a 90 for the bottom and we are stuck waiting on that part. I thought I was gonna get this thing running right now and show you guys that, but we gotta wait on that part because I've gotta get the return done. However, everything back here looks incredible. We also have new sun visors. If you didn't see that, I don't think they're exactly right. They don't exactly match, but they're pretty close, and I'm probably gonna go with those. That looks beautiful. There's our fuel supply line. The return is all tight, and the cinder's hooked up. I'm super pumped about all that. Everything is plumbed to the pump, all the way to the regulator that I just took back out, so we almost have a complete fuel system again. It was kind of temporary before because I hadn't drilled the holes to mount the regulator on the frame, and that was because it was too tall. So we had to shorten that guy back up, and now I've got tons of room to mount it. Cut out a little bit of the old fuel line still. I'm gonna take out another 2 inches of that, and that's it. This thing will be complete for the most part. In the next episode, we are gonna show you guys how we fix the exhaust and go drive the truck finally. And I think it's gonna be absolutely perfect. I'm so excited to have this truck done and go drive it as like a complete thing. We've been driving it, you know, as is, just a little bit, and it was already really good. Starts the second you touch the key. So nice. It's every other time I had started it for a while, I'd have to sit there for like 2-3 minutes and let the thing warm up, and it wouldn't even want to drive correctly without that. Now it's amazing. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shopwatchjrgo.com where you can get cool shirts like this. I see you guys have been over there spending your stimulus money. Thank you so much for that. It supports the channel and it's great. It seems like everyone's just buying Avoid Your Problems shirts, which is even better. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Made no Riley's run. Looks like we should have the hose for the bottom of the radiator.